Hello, hello, hello. Welcome. Happy Monday. If you are catching this on replay, if you could hashtag replay in the comments for me, that would be awesome. If you are coming in live, let me know when you come on so I can say hi to you. Just wiping this off a little bit. I guess I forgot last time I was live. Also, if you are watching on replay, you can always just come in and comment as if you were on live. That is good too. I always go back and read through all my comments, so I would appreciate it. Hi Tracy. Hi Becca. Welcome. Thanks so much for sprinkling me over into Craft Around the Clock today. We're going to do some decoupaging, but first I want to show you guys a few things that I've gotten that I haven't had a chance to be able to show you. So I want to do that. If you guys are new to my page, let me know that too so we can welcome you. My name is Darlia, and I am owner of Darche Designs. Hi, Devonna. Hi, Babs. How are you all doing today? Okay. I know. I have missed you, Devonna, for sure. So, if you guys may know, if you've been on my page, we went over to Colorado Springs, I think it was 2 or 3 weeks ago. I do live in Colorado, but I live on the western side of Colorado. Hi, Sun in the Mountains. Hi, Glenna. How are you? So, we went to this thrift market. It has like around 300 vendors in there. So, these are some of, well, these are basically the things I got in there. There were a lot more I was tempted to get, but I refrained from doing that. So I wanted to show these to you guys. So I ended up getting some like doilies and handkerchiefs and just really cute embroidery. I love vintage, you guys. I love history. I'm more a shabby chic type vintage, but I do love it. This one is really pretty too. So I just wanted to show you a few of the things that I ended up with there. And then some doilies. All these things were really cheap. So I just like the embroidery on them. I've been doing some embroidery lately, and so I've come to appreciate it a lot more again because I've been doing it myself. And then, you know, like all the crochet work on these, yeah, it takes a while for sure. So yeah, I was super happy to see all these things. And like I said, there were some other things I definitely wanted to get. This tray, it's really pretty. But I was trying not to go overboard. And this one I really like too. So we'll be doing some crafts, obviously, with these trays. This one is super heavy. Let's see. I don't know if they have the price on it. I guess this one was $5 silver platter. I don't know if the price is. No, not on this one. This one was $6.99. You know, they had a lot of stuff. Some of it was I mean, they had tons of stuff. It was just crazy. I couldn't even get through it all, and it was, I mean, just so many different vendors. Like I said, over 300. And so you're just kind of walking by their booths, and some of them you're going into and some not. But yeah, it was a bit overwhelming for sure. But I managed to pick up a few things. And like I said, all of these things were really reasonable. Like this was only $1 for this one. I'm like, that's crazy, right? Because so much work into that. But I know, you know, people aren't willing to obviously pay. This one was $1 too. So there were some good finds in there. My husband is collecting coins now, so he was able to find a couple that he thought was a great deal. And this one was $3. Yeah, I'm kind of getting a collection going of vintage stuff that I may be able to show you guys and offer some of it to you at some point. I've been kind of collecting for a bit, so we'll see how it goes. But anyway, I love all the stuff that I was able to pick up. What else was I going to... Oh, I found this paper store, and I had never been in one before. I hate to undo it because I won't get it back, but it had all kinds of wrapping paper. I thought it was kind of interesting that they didn't have napkins in there. And my husband's like, we thought you might have napkins in here. It's kind of the main reason why we went in. And she's like, no, we don't carry napkins, just paper. I'm like, but napkins are paper. So anyway, I don't even remember the name of it, but here's one of the sheets I got. They would like wrap things for you in this paper, or you could just buy it. I could have gotten more, but it was a bit pricey, I thought, for what you got. And these were my two favorites, so I just went with these two. It might have even been called the paper store. I don't know. I don't remember. Maybe you guys have been in one before. I love the flowers and like the grass in this one. I think is really pretty. So that was something else I found. I love paper, you guys. I love books. You know, I write, so I just have a love for books also, and paper. So that's always, I like to make junk journals. But you could do a lot of different things with this, and we will be doing some things with that too. I think that was it. While I was gone, I also ended up getting this pack from Totally Dazzled of things I want to show you guys. It's like their breast cancer awareness. So they have this ribbon applique, which is really pretty, that they sent me. They also have a heart with a ribbon in it. There's a pack that I received of just cats and one of dogs. Another heart with the word hope in it. And some bling related to breast cancer awareness. And also some stencils that you can use to put on your hat or shirt or whatever you want. And these are their new stencils that you use the rhinestones with. And we're going to do some of that also. Let me show you just a few of these, and then we'll get on to what we're doing today. So they have that heart in there. Welcome, everyone. Thanks so much for joining me. I've just trying to show you guys a few things that I haven't been able to show you. If you guys have been on my page, then we are getting ready to go to Florida to see family. So we are actually leaving tomorrow, and I will be back live with you the week of the 11th of August. But I will be coming on and showing you different things, hopefully. My 2 grandsons are in Florida, so we're excited, and 2 daughters are in Florida, and then my oldest granddaughter is going to be performing at a national fine arts competition down there, so we're hoping to be able to go watch her too. So it'll probably be a busy time, but you know, these cats are so cute, right? So were the puppies. So I just wanted to show you guys all that. If you're interested in any of the Totally Dazzled stuff, you can ask me for a link and I can get that to you. We will be doing some crafting with it in the future. But those are super cute packs. And, you know, cancer of any type have had it touch our family in so many ways. My husband in 2019, my daughter-in-law's dad is battling cancer right now, and oh, you guys, I just hate it. So anything we can do to try to help and bring awareness to all of that is so important. It's just so crazy that, you know, there's been cures for so many things, but yet that is one thing that has not been able to really find something that works well all the time, or even in some cases at all. So I love these spaghetti jars by Barilla. If you guys have been on with me, you've probably seen me use them before. We're just gonna go over it with some rubbing alcohol just to clean off anything that may still be on here. It just will help your paint adhere better. So how is everyone doing? Are you guys doing okay today? If you guys wouldn't mind sprinkling this out there, smashing some hearts, hopefully they'll work. I would so appreciate it. I mean, I just appreciate you guys being here, first and foremost, but yes, all of those things just help Facebook be able to start getting it out there, because they're like, oh, somebody's actually interested in this. Let's spread it out there a little bit. So that helps tremendously. So I'm going to use some napkins from my summer napkin set. I am getting ready to order my fall one. In fact, right now, if anyone's interested in a napkin set, I am going to be ordering those very, very soon. You can private message me, or you can comment on here. Here's some of the ones that were in my summer set. I do these quarterly, and we've actually used this one on a jar already. This one, I think, is what we're going to do today. We're either going to do that one, or let's see. Anyway, there's a lot of really cute napkins. I try my best to give you a wide variety depending on the holiday and season in that quarter. We did a jar with this one, we did a teapot with this one. Some blueberries and some patriotic. This little guy is so cute. So as you can see, I tried to give you a variety based on the holidays and the season. So I feel like, I think this one, it would cover our whole jar. Now, we could probably just put it around the middle, so that would work. So I'm going to give you guys 4 choices, 1 through 4. If you can let me know which one you would rather see on the jar, we'll go with that one. And I'll tell you what their number is in just a second. So I feel we can do the same, with this one. So let me give you a closer look. We'll call this number 1. This will be our number 2. This will be number 3. This will be number 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me know what you guys like the best. Hi, Lori Ann. Hi, Crystal. Welcome, welcome. 1, 2, 3, 4. Green, blue, oranges, or dahlias. I see a 3, which is our oranges. What am I going to paint my bottle? A 1, which is our green. A 2, which is our blue. Oh, there's no clear winner today, right? A 1, that's 2 for that one. Oh, and we have a 4 for the dahlias. So far the green one's ahead. The other ones all have 1 vote. No, I have not got to the store to get more white paint, you guys. I think it's going to be when I get back. We have another number 4. So the green and the dahlias are ahead. Oh, Tavana's picking number 4 too. So it just jumped into the lead. I know, it is hard, right? They're all would look great. All 4 of them. Paint. Well, I think it looks like number 4 is our winner. So, you guys all like purple? Thank you, Kim, with Craft Crazy Company, Kimberly. Oh, we had a number 2. I think the oranges are 1 behind now. They're catching up. No, 2. Oh, yeah. Hi, Brenda. Hi, Mary Snyder. Hi, Regina. Welcome, everyone. I am so appreciative of you being here on this Monday morning. Thank you. So I'm going to add some water to this, just a tiny bit, because my chalk paint is so thick. You love purple, Savannah? Purple is my mom, my sister, and 2 of my granddaughters' favorite color, so it's definitely loved in this family. So we're just going to get a coat of paint on here and get it drying. I love these jars because of their shape, and it's Barilla spaghetti sauce if you guys are interested in knowing where the jars come from. And they have actually two sizes in jars because they have like an Alfredo sauce and then they have their spaghetti sauce. So you can get two different sizes, and the spaghetti sauce is good too. So it's not that you have to like dump it out and, you know, just get it for the jar. It also tastes good. So what did you guys do this weekend? It was my littlest granddaughter's first birthday, so her birthday party was on Saturday. It was at one of our rec centers, so everybody got to go swimming after the party. I was amazed at how well she did. She just really was a trooper because it was a long day and she's used to napping. And she was so cute getting into her cake. She had her own little smash cake that she was able to just dig in. And then what was funny was she started kind of flinging some of the cake. And my son was over by her and she just got him good. It's like, oh, she got dad. It's so fun when they're that age. So what fun things did you guys get to do this weekend? Okay, there's our first coat. I'm going to set it aside. We're going to go ahead and get the plies off our napkin. We kind of do it back and forth like this. Hopefully we'll be making good use of time, right? Since I used some of it showing you guys what I got at the Vintage Mall in Colorado Springs. Colorado is still super hot right now. We still have lots of fires going on. We had not a very wet winter last year, so that never helps. For sure. Thank you, Devana. It's so crazy that she's won already. Time has flown by. Dahlias are one of my favorite flowers. Oh, hi, Lynn. Thank you for following. It's your first time watching. I'm so happy you're here. Yeah, you guys, I'm only like a couple away from 7,500 followers. It is taking me longer than probably most people to get, probably 90% of people to get where I am, but that's okay. I've had a lot of life things the last couple of years, and it can be hard sometimes. I'm just thankful for where I am. Hi, Virginia. Every new friend, because you guys definitely become friends. And even, I mean, it feels like you all are family. I know we haven't ever met. I'm trying to see if they really have a pattern one way or the other. It feels like they're kind of just going across the napkin, so I don't think it really matters. I'm going to give it my best guess on how long we want this to be. I might end up taking more off, but I did get paint on part of it. I'll just go ahead and go down the middle, and then I can always take it off. Not a big deal. So we're gonna separate this right down the line, the fold line. I was in Hobby Lobby the other day, and they like have a lot of their Christmas already out. Their fall is 30% off now, but yeah, their Christmas is, it wasn't totally out. They're still trying to get rid of their spring, but a lot of it was for sure. And they have their spring 66% off if you guys haven't been in there in a while. So I will miss going live with you guys for a couple of weeks. I don't know if I'll have time to come on tomorrow or not. It's probably doubtful. And then we're actually leaving tomorrow night to head to Denver. And we will fly out of Denver to Orlando. So keep us in prayer, you guys, all those crazy things that have been happening. My daughter and son-in-law and 3 granddaughters will be on the same plane as we are going down there. On the way back, we come back on different flights, and then when we come back, we'll spend a little bit of time with my son over there, like part of the day we come back, and then part of the next day, and then we'll be heading home. And driving across the Rocky Mountains is the pass gets closed a lot. Like our last trip when we went to Colorado Springs, it ended up, the day we were gonna come back, the pass ended up being closed because of an accident. So those things definitely happen. So we're hoping we can get over there, fly down there, get back, all with no issues, right? And my husband and I will be driving a little bit in Florida because we're going up to see his uncle and aunt. And they're up kind of in the Panhandle part. Hi, Patty. I don't know if you guys remember, but last year both his dad and mom passed away. So they were a huge help to us in the midst of all of that. So we want to go see them. Oh, Lisa, hi. With Heart's Desire, how are you? So we want to go see them and possibly his aunt, which lives more. My husband is from Melbourne, Palm Bay area of Florida. And so that's where his dad was. They had divorced a long time ago when my husband was a teenager. And his mom lived over in Tampa Bay area. So every time we went to Florida, we had to, go to one side and then the other to see both parents. And it's so crazy that they passed away within just a few weeks of each other. So last year's trip when we went down there was a hard trip. I'm hoping this year things will go well. We can spend some time with the kids and the grandkids, and it can just be a good trip. And like I said, with the uncle and aunt up in the Panhandle, and then hopefully with the other aunt that lives down south of the Melbourne, Palm Bay area. If you guys aren't familiar with that, it's like on the East Coast, almost like straight across from Orlando, and it is right on the coast. And it is not very far from the Space Coast where NASA is. So that is the area that we will be in for most of the time. Gonna get just another coat on this, and then we're gonna get that napkin on there. You could just do one coat if you want it to look a little bit more vintage looking. I mean, 2 coats is still not covered, you know, completely, but it's giving you a pretty good coverage. And you can use whatever chalk paint you would like. All right. I think we're calling it good at that. Let's just get it dry. Hi, Stacey. How are you doing? Thanks so much for hopping on. So it will be a busy trip, but it should be a lot of fun. It's hard when you don't get to see, you know, part of the family that much. We have some in Colorado, some kids in Colorado, and then we have the rest of them are in Florida. So that's the 2 places we all are right now. Plus, the kids in Colorado and the kids in Florida don't get together very often either, so that's always a great thing. Hi, Sarah. How are you? Hi, Dawn. Hi, Deborah. With Splash of Paint, how are you? Thank you, guys. If you see any of my crafting sisters on here and you've not yet followed them, be sure and give them a follow. I know they would love it. And if you wouldn't mind giving me a follow, that would be great too. I'm also on Telegram if you guys are on there, and I do try to let everyone know when I am going live. Okay, let's get this napkin on here. Not quite dry, but close. You guys were with me on the last jar I did. I was busily getting it on there. And I didn't notice that as I was turning my jar, I was smashing my napkin up. I had to repair it. It was quite the fun time. So hopefully today we are going to get this on here without as much issue, right? So I just use Pintart's Decoupage Medium. It is Decoupage Varnish and Glue or Mod Podge. I have used both and still do use both. And I'm just going to pick a side to, well, actually, I'm just going to go ahead and get this on here because we want to get it dry. Then I need to get my iron heated up, and we are going to try our best to get this napkin on here, hopefully. And this napkin is going to cover most of our jar. And then what I've been liking to do with the jars is a fine line crackle over them. I really like how it's been looking when I do that over a napkin or rice paper. So if you haven't tried that yet, I would suggest that you give it a shot, because I just really like how it makes the jars look. Grabbing my parchment paper. Let me dry this real quick. Hi, Teresa. Thank you, guys. Sometimes I get a bit globby, so just trying to smooth that out a little bit. Plus it takes longer to dry those areas, so we're trying to get this napkin on here. Then there's so many things you can do to accessorize your jar once you get... Hi, Wacky Jackie. Jackie, how are you? Oh, hi, Hometown Homemade. Robin, it's your first time watching. Thanks so much for hopping on. Can you guys believe it's almost August? It is so crazy that our summer is like coming to a halt. When we come back, my granddaughters will be starting school right after we get back, so still a little damp right there. Hi, Jennifer. Thanks, guys, for welcoming everybody. It definitely helps if you have it dry, because you're gonna, you know, when you decoupage on a surface that isn't flat, it just is harder. So if you can reposition it and stuff, that definitely helps. Okay, I think we are good, hopefully. So we could go over, see why I like these Barilla spaghetti sauce jars is they have 1865 and then they have some little decorations around it. So it looks more vintage, just the jar itself. So we can go below that so we can still see it. We could go over it. You would kind of have that imprint of it underneath, but I usually like to go below it just so I can see that. And then I just have to find, well, if this is going to be our front, I do want it to wrap around more. So I have to find the place that I want to start, and then I just am lightly gonna press it down. And then I'm just gonna take my parchment paper and my iron. I'm gonna tear this in half to make it easier. And then we're just gonna slowly start getting that on our jar. You definitely have to take a little bit of time while you're doing this part. And I like to just get the sides, the flatter sides done first, and then we'll go back and, you know, try to fit it around our other areas. You are going to get a little bit of wrinkles usually, even doing it this way, but it's going to be way less than if you applied your napkin when it was, if it's wet. But like I said, it does take just a little bit more time to try to get it as flat as you can. Lisa, Virginia, Sharon. I know it just keeps cycling through who's watching, so if I say hi to you guys twice or more even, that is why, because it's just so funky how that has been happening with Facebook for a bit now. At least my Facebook has been doing it. That was still a little wet right there, but it's not going to matter in the long run. So let's get this side down. And then we're going to go back over here where we started. And we're going to start wrapping it this way. And like you can see, 1/2 of a napkin will definitely cover one of these jars. Iron here a little bit before I head down that side. So I have quite a few different dahlias growing out in my yard. Only one of them has bloomed so far. I'm thinking by the time we get back, we'll have hopefully quite a few blooming. Okay, we are wrapping it around here, you guys. And then the bottom area, we've got some loose right here that we've got to iron back down. But I just like to tuck down, and then it will kind of finish the edges there. Oh, thank you. Yeah, you just have to take a bit of time, but it will work. And if you don't mind a few wrinkles, because there's no way, you know, sometimes it works out a little better than others, but you're bound to have a few because you just start dealing with all these curves in your jars or whatever you're using. And then I always will go back over it with my decoupage medium to seal it. Now you're going to want to be really careful when you do that if it's a napkin, because you know how easily napkins can rip. So you just kind of want to go one way one time if you can, and then do that around it. And then you can always come back and do another coat if you need to. But once at least one coat's on there and dry, then it will be easier to do another coat, and you won't have to worry about it quite as much. I'm going to probably tear that off. We don't need it to fold over that much. So that part I'm going to go back over. The rest is all looking really good. And then I do the same at the top. I'm just going to, now if I want more of the vintage and that date to show, I'll just take some water and go along here and just kind of rip that a little bit. And then I might come into the top part of what we would see with a little bit of these purples just to kind of tie them in. And then I would do the same with our lid. And so that will tie in. But I think this is really going to be a pretty jar, you guys. That napkin is, I think, pretty stunning on there. And then I will probably fine line crackle it too. And And I can even do another live to show you guys how to do that if you want me to, if you haven't seen it yet. But I just love working with jars and napkins or rice paper because you can make so pretty jars, such pretty jars. Here, let me show you one that I finished real quick before I get off. If I can make my way through my parchment paper that is now all over the floor. So this one I did with rice paper, and it was just a picture. This one's only in the front of poppy seeds. But then I went ahead and painted the rest of it to tie it in. And then I did the fine line crackle on it, which you guys can probably see that. Hopefully, I have not done the top yet, the lid, but I will. But there's an idea of how it looks once it's all done. And like I said, this one is only has the rice paper in the front. I didn't go around it the whole way. But anyway, I love these jars. If you guys have any questions, you can always message me too. I'd love to have you let me know. So hopefully you'll try a jar. If you guys want to be in on my fall napkins, let me know on that. I send sets out every quarter. Thank you, Sharon. Thank you, Belinda. But thanks so much for joining me today, you guys. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your week. And like I said, I'll be on with some short videos here and there, showing you guys some things while I'm away. I'll be back crafting with you the week of the 11th. But I'll be missing you all, so I hope you have a great couple of weeks, and I'll see you in Florida through video, right? Be blessed, you guys. If you don't mind smashing some hearts, if you like how this went or is just inspiration, I would appreciate it, you guys. Thank you. Be blessed.